Good afternoon, boys and girls. I have like an NU, RU thing. I don't even remember what kind of match this was. Like, if I were to put this in a playlist, I wouldn't even know what to do it. But it's against eeveegirl. I thought it was a pretty entertaining one, which is why I'm bringing it to you guys today. It was a decent length as well. Well, it was a decent length before I sped up a huge chunk out of it. As you can see, there's a Steelix, which is something I don't really use too often. That Typhlosion, by the way, is a mixed Typhlosion, and it actually gets a little bit of screen time, so we'll just jump right into it. If Steelix and mixed Typhlosion don't have you, your full attention by now, then I don't even know what you're doing here. But she's going to go for the Shell Smash on the first turn, predicting my Stealth Rocks. She's going to need to do a serious amount of damage to me because I'm more than likely I don't want this thing sweeping my team, so I know I can take a hit. I'm just going to roar it out. Now, the thing is because this is a 4th gen set and I just got lazy, moved it over to 5th gen, I have Rockhead instead of Sturdy. Thank God it didn't actually come into play here, and she would have gotten a crit and O-code or something like that. But, she doesn't, so I just end up roaring out. I use Roar over Dragon Tail just because it's got 100% set accuracy. You guys know how I am with missing and stuff. I would like to put Dragon Tail on this, but, I just got lazy, just moved it. So, I roar it into Amoonguss, which is a problem for me because, Spore and Reasons, I can't hit it that hard. If I'm going to use something as sleep fodder, it might as well be this. And I'll see what I can handle from there. I mean, Steelix has already set up the Stealth Rocks. That's about as much use as it's going to get out of me, to be honest. I mean, I don't really think Gyro Ball is going to be doing too much on our team, since the one thing I actually think that's going to be super fast resists it, which is, going to be Magmortar, since Magmortars are a lot of the time Scarf. But I try to go for the Earthquake on the Amoonguss just to get a little bit of damage off on it. Pick the correct move and go for the Earthquake. End up taking out the Magmortar, possibly with a little bit of help thanks to Stealth Rocks. Since I have 0 attack invested. But Magmortar happens to be a little bit fragile, so I don't know how much that helped me if it did, but Magmortar is gone, and that's what counts to me in terms of help. So right now, I'm really just roaring out until I die, and then now that she's actually, I think she tricks me the choice specs here, now I really have to roar until I die, because I just want to save switch in. I have no use for choice specs Steelix, guys. That is really, really ridiculous. But she ends up sporing here because I roared into the Amoonguss yet again. Like, what the fuck? I'm trying to roar into something else. Anyway, in comes Electros, and I am just, trying to roar here. I'm trying to wake up, do my thing. But I was prepared to take a flamethrower right there, but she sets up 2 coils. I think she miscounted her sleep turns here because I do just end up roaring her out. I roar her out again because she went for the Dragon Tail. I don't know what kind of Dredagon that was, but I don't even know how the fuck priority worked in that case. But she goes for the Shadow Ball because I guess she wants a set amount of damage as opposed to, Focus Blast possibly missing. I don't know what she has on that Choice Specs Gardevoir, but I'm just in here. I'm just like, you know what? Amoonguss, just drain the fuck out of me, and then I'll deal with you in a little bit. So, ends up taking me out. Not really that big a deal since I do have Medicham. I do have Typhlosion. I feel a little bit more sure about Medicham since I think this thing's special defense is actually pretty high. I think they might be the same, but Psycho Cut will still do a really good amount because it's stab and whatnot. Medicham's Psycho Cut I think would hit harder than Typhlosion's Flamethrower in this scenario, but it does a really good chunk, and I'm asleep right now, so all I can really do is stay in here, hope to burn off these sleep turns. She actually switches out instead of going to for the Giga Drain, which comes to a little bit of a surprise to me, but I guess she doesn't want to gamble anymore first turn wake-ups. Gardevoir comes in. I do know that it has the Shadow Ball, so I might as well just try to stay in here, see what Gardevoir is going to want to do to me if she wants to predict the switch and, go for the trick or something. I don't even know what the fuck I was thinking here. I was like, you know what, I'm going to stay in and try to wake up. And I do, which is great. I get another, what was that, like first turn, second turn wake up, I don't know. But the surprising thing to me is I actually live this Shadow Ball with 8 HP and get the Spec D-Drop. So talk about, slaps right in the face. I'm thinking that might have been minimum. I did not expect to live that, but because I do, and I did more than half last turn, I might as well just go for the Psycho Cut and end up taking it out, and that is fantastic. Now, the important thing here, she doesn't have Rock set up, so I can actually use this Medicham for later. I'm suspecting that this Caracasa has the Aqua Jet. It didn't go for it earlier on Steelix. If it went for a water move, it probably would have been Waterfall. But I'm gonna go out to my Sceptile here to take the Aqua Jet, take it pretty well. And since the the Sturdy's broken on Caracasa thanks to the Stealth Rocks, I am actually going to go for not the Giga Drain because she still has her Amoonguss. I do predict that coming in. I don't have the hidden power on this thing. I'm running dual stab with Dragon Pulse and Focus Blast, which is a little bit weird, but Giga Drain, just for nice, sure, solid hits, and Leaf Storm for basically just get the fuck out of my house kind of hits. So don't need either of them. I just need something that'll hit Amoonguss and be a 2-hit KO, which, came in the form. Dragon Pulse would have been nice for, Dredagon in case I actually do get to use this thing against it. But in comes Electros. I know that these things are fairly bulky because, you don't run speed on these things normally, but I know that she's a coil set, so maybe predicting the coil, I decided to go out to Metachamp. She attacks. It's not really that big a loss to me because it only had like 8 health anyway. Potential switch fodder kind of thing. You know what I'm getting at, right? Yeah. So it means I get to switch up moves on Sceptile here. I'm going to go for Giga Drain because I want to see how much damage it'll do. Looking at it, maybe Leaf Storm might have killed in one shot. I'm not 100% on that. But, you know, Giga Drain is like 75 base power. Leaf Storm is like 120, 30, 40, something like that. Like, almost double. I definitely should have gone for it just based on that alone. But, I get almost all my health back, so I'm not really complaining too much. Don't know why she didn't... I don't know. I don't know why she didn't go for her stab move, maybe. I think that might have been weaker, so I guess Crunch makes sense. But anyways, Druddigon's going to come in. I'm kind of expecting her to go for the Dragon Tail, but it turns out I think she's going for Revenge, which I have seen that move maybe like, if I had like a dime for every time I've seen that move, I would have like less than $1, and you know, 20 cents of them would be earned here. Since I go for another Giga Drain, she ends up going for another Revenge. Not really sure how conventional that is in the long run, but you know, 2 specs Giga Drains does a good amount to the point where my Typhlosion can come in and Revenge kill it, which is pretty nice. So Revenge takes me out, whatever, don't really care at this point. So here comes this Typhlosion. I was talking to my friend Tay way back in the days of like Platinum, and she was like, I love Typhlosion, I want to make a mix set, but its move pool, well, its special move pool kind of sucks, so I was wondering about a mix set, and I was like, hey, I can try it, but don't ask me for the EVs, guys, because this thing kind of sucks. It is so circumstantial that I actually got 2 kills right now. You don't even. I mean, I picked off a Druddigon with Earthquake just because it was the only 100% accurate neutral move I felt sure about. And then I have Focus Blast on this thing as well, and I think my other moves are like Flamethrower and like Thunder Punch or something like that. It's got a really good spread on it too. But got 2 kills, which is not terrible, and that's actually going to end the game for today. So a little bit of a weird one, but I thought it was fairly enjoyable as well. If you guys enjoyed it too, you're welcome, you know, to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to your thing. I got that live TCGO uploading since it took me 2 hours to render and 2 hours to upload, since some people just really like watching live things for some reason. You know, I don't do it that often, but the deck was actually pretty cool if you guys want to check that out. Tournament people, you do still have until Monday. As for your actual videos, I'm probably going to go out and grab some coffee tonight, so by the time I get back from that, make sure you have your video responses done so that way I can review them and then upload one of you guys for tomorrow. So anyways, you know, speaking of tomorrow, that'll do it for me for today, and I will see you guys then.